Welcome to another virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. I'm Ken Scove, the founder and owner of the LA Connection Comedy Theater out here in Burbank. We're happy to say we'll be opening August 7th to the general public on Saturday. So you can come and see our teens, our rookies, our JVs, and top-level improv teams all performing on one night every Saturday at the LA Connection in Burbank. But today we're live streaming into your house or your tablets or your cell phones, wherever you may be, a live comedy improv show based on suggestions I give the cast. The cast doesn't know what suggestions I'm going to give them. They only know what games we're going to be playing. We're going to take off a Big Brother called Reality House. We have video dating. Now with the Delta virus coming back, people are afraid of dating again. So we've reenacted, got it back up on the platform here, video dating, where you can find someone to date video-wise. And then when you feel safe, you can go meet them wherever you want. Addictions. We all have addictions. But these people have some really weird ones on the show today. We have a little piece called Jump Cuts. We're going to see 4 scenes based on a theme. And then a new game we've been playing recently called Ages, where we get to see people grow up from 6 all the way to 66 and see how their life changes. And then I have a radio podcast where people would call me up and I have a subject matter I'd like to talk about. We'll get to that when we get to the show. But let's introduce our cast. This is a 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time team cast. So if you want to follow them, you can follow them on our YouTube channel, LAC Comedy on YouTube, and see some of these players who've done many shows with me, and some, it's their first show today. Let's introduce the cast. And Alex.
Hey guys, thanks for your support.
Brittany.
Hey everyone.
Shelly.
Hi all.
Aiden. Maddie.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Karush.
Hey guys, thanks for coming in. May the force be with all of you.
Andrea.
Ciao. Thank you for watching.
Michaela.
Hey, happy to be here.
And Paul.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for staying inside tonight.
Well, maybe they could be watching this at the beach on their cell phone, Paul. You know.
To each their own.
Okay, Paul, I just want to make sure that you opened up so we don't only get people inside watching us. If you're outside, Paul says you can't watch us.
Wherever you
Paul,
are.
Paul, should they be wearing a mask when inside watching us today?
If there's other people there, yes. Always.
Okay. Okay. Is there anybody in your apartment right now with you?
In the apartment, yes. In the room, no.
Okay, good. So you can be maskless. That's fantastic.
I'm quarantined.
All right, now that we got that out of the way, you're quarantining yourself from yourself. You should quarantine yourself from away from yourself. All right, well, let's get into the first game. It's called Reality House. It's a takeoff of Big Brother. I'm going to give each one of these guys an archetype. They're going to type it up next to their name, and then we're going to get into the house 30 days later and see how they're all doing living together. So let's go bring them up on the board. Alex, what did I think for you today, Alex? I have something I'm sure very good. Oh, you're a germaphobe. So if you want to minimize yourself to go get germaphobe type stuff or gear, what a germaphobe could get, feel any sprays or anything like that, you can minimize so we can't see you and go grab stuff. We have Brittany. Brittany, you're paranoid, Brittany. So if you need to get anything to be paranoid, you're in kind of a dark room right now. You must be paranoid of the light. Okay, Shelly. Shelly, you're a gossip, Shelly. Big, giant, big old gossip. Okay, so let's go to our next one. So again, if you need to minimize to get into character, feel free to. Let's bring up Aiden. There's Aiden. Okay, Aiden, what did I think for you, Aiden? You're accident prone, Aiden. Accident prone. I mean, obviously you're shooting this from some sort of a disco with purple and blue behind you, so you probably are very accident prone on the dance floor. Okay, so Maddie. Be neurotic, Maddie. Okay? So have fun with that, okay? Karush, I'm sure I thought of something wonderful for you. You're a macho asshole, Karush, okay? But you're also frozen. So I don't know. Maybe macho assholes are frozen. Maybe he's in his freezer. Andrea, What did I come up with? Oh, you have anger issues, Andrea, which you had earlier when you couldn't get your audio working. So you're just be very angry from that experience. Michaela, who has 3 names. When she gets married again, she'll have 4 names. She'll just keep adding the names to her. We'll see how many times she gets married. Michaela Perilla Rosas. Okay, Rosas. Okay. What did I think for you, Michaela? I'm sure it's something very good. What did I give you? Oh, you're nosy. You're just a nosy little thing. Okay, and Paul, Karush, I give you, because you were frozen and you've come back to life. Yes, you are a macho asshole. So if you want to jump off for a second and get into a macho asshole character. And Paul, you're a know-it-all. Okay, Paul? You know everything. Okay. All right, so if everybody's ready now, you can come back in the room anytime. We brought our cameras down to the house in which they're all living at, and we decided to interview them and find out what's going on in this house 30 days later, see how they're getting along. So I think the first person I should talk to is Shelley. Now, Shelley, you're the gossip of the house, so can you tell us what's been going on in the house in the last 30 days?
Oh, Kent, there's just so much good stuff. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh. So Alex is off her rocker, all right? With the germs. And you know what? I actually think that she and Andrea are colluding against me, and they're trying to actually bring germs into my space. And let me tell you what else. Michaela eats everything with her hands. Yeah.
What?
She eats everything with her hands. It's amazing. I mean, I've seen her eat spaghetti, cereal. It's ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure that Aiden and Brittany are hooking up. But I don't want to give away too much. I mean, I don't want to be spreading rumors. So.
Okay, well, since you talked about Michaela, you heard what she just said. You eat with your hands, which is kind of a Mongolian thing. If you ever go to a Mongolian restaurant, they all just eat with their hands. Why do you just eat with your hands?
I just think it's more intimate, and it's kind of unnecessary to use utensils anyway. It adds to my pile of dishes to wash, and I don't have time for that. Plus, I like bringing the food just close to my face, like holding it in your hand. It's more personal. Bring it right up to my nose. Just that's the way to do it. I'm not ashamed. I don't really care.
Okay, well now Shelley said that she thinks Aiden or Brittany are hooking up. Since you're kind of nosy, what do you think about that? Is that happening?
So Brittany is my roommate, right? I mean, we're all roommates, but she's like my bedmate. And like, I definitely hear her get up in the middle of the night and like sneak over somewhere. So it's definitely in the direction of the boys' side of the house. But I don't want to get too into it. I don't want to get involved. It's just, I know some things. And I think you'd all
Well,
like to
since Brittany is your roommate in your same room, we know that. Aiden actually, there's a rumor going around that Aiden came into the room and fell over your nightstand trying to get to Brittany and broke your nightstand, and then Brittany got all paranoid and jumped out the window.
That is 100% correct. And after he broke the lamp and everything, I decided to go into his room and see what I could break of his, because that was necessary. And I saw that he had he had a journal out on his nightstand, so I decided to take a look at it because I need to know, like, for my roommate's sake. I mean, she's already going through her own stuff, clearly jumping out of windows, right? So like, I wanted to make sure he had good intentions, and so I did skim through a couple of pages to see what I could find. And Kent, this guy, he's
What
got
did you
some
find?
stuff.
Well, give me one example of what you found.
The things he trips on a day-to-day basis, he does it on purpose.
What?
Yep.
Really?
He does it for
So he
attention.
wants to be accident prone. So he wants to be the victim. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me go to your roommate, Brittany. Brittany, so you heard me talking about Aiden coming in the room, knocking down the nightstand. and you got all paranoid and you jumped out the window. And I'm just thank God you're on the first floor. Why did you jump out the window?
Okay, well, first of all, I'd like to correct the assumption that Aiden and I are having some sort of relationship. Okay, that's not exactly true. I get up in the middle of the night to check the locks because I know that no one else is locking them. I know that. And like, who knows who could come in? Like, who knows what could happen? Like, I don't know. You don't know. No one knows. And so when I jumped out the window, I was a little frightened that maybe Aiden was a burglar because, again, you don't know. Like, anything can happen. Anyone can come in. I don't think that I overreacted at all.
Okay, so how did you feel when you jumped out the window and Alex was out there trying to get some fresh air and then sprayed you down with Lysol because you landed on her foot?
Well, that just contributed to my concern even more because, of course, I thought that was some sort of like netting hitting me. You know what I mean? I thought I was being abducted. I'm not crazy, okay? I'm just concerned because the world is full of danger. And I couldn't even recognize Alex. She always has that mask on. She looked like she could be a criminal as well.
Okay, so Alex, when she jumped out the window and landed on your foot, what was your first reaction?
Well, my first reaction, I was very upset, naturally. I wear all white Keds. They do show dirt, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I know exactly what's on me, so I can able to clean it. But when there's a foreign substance like Brittany and her dirty shoes, that, you know, it's irresponsible. That's really what it is. You know, I mean, jumping out of the windows are one thing, but to get into my space, especially with everything going on. I don't even know why we're doing reality show. I don't even know why I'm here sometimes, but I mean, the 6 feet, it's invasive, it's unsafe, it's not okay.
Okay. Now, you had a little run-in with Andrea and both Karush. When you met them at the front door and you asked them to take their shoes off and they refused, what went on there?
Well, with Karush, it's been an ongoing thing. I mean, the guy not only leaves the seat up so that I have to touch it. I mean, if I do touch it, usually I ask someone else to move it. But also, I just, it's gross. And so I've addressed him about that, and he got upset. And then Andrea, oh my gosh, you know, it's him. He's outside stomping in mud for some reason. I don't know. He's yelling profanity. It's not, you know, I don't understand the psychological issues behind that, but to come in with those muddy shoes, I mean, disinfect, my guy. Come on. I don't know why it's so hard. I do not want to see mud, dirt, grass, any of those things that I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know who's been in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's go down to Andrea then. Andrea, so you got your shoes all muddy. She wanted you to take your shoes off. That didn't seem to be inappropriate for if you got mud all over your shoes.
Yeah, just relax first, okay? Let's take a breath, and because the story of the shoes, I mean, it's really haunting me. Okay, it's just a pair of shoes. I mean, it's just a pair of shoes. What's the big deal?
Well, they were dirty, and you know, I mean, Karush might have had clean shoes, and I'll deal with him in a second. But I mean, I don't think that's absurd that she didn't want you to track mud in the house.
It is, and I can. Okay, this is like, okay, Alex. Okay, it's not gonna happen again. Okay, it's been. I apologize, and I learned a lot, and I'm growing from this experience. I learned many things about shoes. I learned many things about Maddie, and I learned about hygiene. Okay, now. Let me. Okay, I even forgot my mantra. I hate when I forget my mantra. Let me get my notes.
Okay, well,
Shelly's listening as usual. She's listening all the time, and then she texts on the phone. Who are you talking to? Look, Look,
So
look at Rick
Andrea,
Allen.
now Andrea, that's pretty interesting. Hold on a second, Andrea, just calm down. You actually have the hots for Shelley. You have the hots for Shelley, and you just said you want to know who she's talking to because you're jealous that you think she's talking to another man.
No, I'm not jealous at all. I'm not. I just, I believe in privacy, and that's it. Like, it's she shouldn't be texting other guys. I mean, other people. She shouldn't be texting other people and talking about
who she's texting? She's texting Paul.
What?
Yeah,
Paul?
She's got the hots for Paul. Paul and her are hooking up.
I knew it. I knew because they, and Paul are asking so many questions. That's why. I knew it. Damn it. My mantra. What's my mantra?
Okay, well, will you calm down for a second? I'm going to go to Karush before I go to Paul.
I'm calm.
So, Karush, Alex asked you to take your shoes off, which sometimes in certain households, that's a tradition to take the shoes and leave them at the door. And she wanted you to do that, and you didn't want to. What happened then?
Kentito, listen, my man, let me tell you. Listen, this girl is, all these girls, all of them. The real truth is what's happening. I can tell you what's going on. The fact of the matter is very simple. I'm the side dish. I'm the side dish for all these girls. That's what's not coming out on this little Q&A we're doing right here. Alex is here saying she's asking me to she's complaining about putting the seat up, but she doesn't ask me to wear condoms. That doesn't make any sense. Why are you tripping out? And that little whatever that Andrea.
Yeah. Well, I guess you froze, so we're never going to know about what you feel about Andrea. Why you're thinking about that. Let's go down onto Paul. So, Paul, you're hooking up with Shelley, and apparently you think you know everything. So, how did you talk Shelley into getting in bed with you?
Okay, I just want to clarify, just to set the record, that we're not hooking up. We're sleeping together, and it's different. I've been watching a lot of scary movies recently. October's coming, and it's been hard to get to sleep. So she just kind of is there for me, and she lets me sleep in her room. But we're not hooking up. I swear on that.
Oh, so you're spooning. You're saying you're just spooning.
Yes, we're spooning, not forking. And
okay.
Yeah. She'll watch
Is
movies
it
with
true
me
when
too.
Alex knew that you two were spooning that she came in and poured an entire gallon of Lysol all over the bed sheets?
That is true, and it smells better. So if she'd ever like to come again, maybe in a week, you could do that again. But just make sure we're not in it next time, because I couldn't see for a good 40 minutes. But I
want to
really
let
well.
you know, Paul. Yeah, Maddie, who is also the roommate of Shelley, is very upset that you never want to spoon with her. So I'm going to ask her to tell her your feelings. She really likes you, and you're ignoring her. So, Maddie, go ahead and express yourself.
Okay, first of all, I just want to say that I don't think that Paul is the only one who is not willing to spoon me. I've been trying to get with Karush this whole time, and for some reason, he's just not interested. So I just want to put that out there for everybody because it's been really on my mind, and it really makes me uncomfortable. But Paul,
you had a little encounter with Andrea too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Where Andrea wanted to kind of have some coffee with you, and you didn't want to, and then he lost it. Tell us what happened with that.
Okay, well, first of all, he just didn't even get my order right. Like, if you're gonna go to coffee with somebody, at least get me my mocha venti latte ASAP, as soon as we sit down. That is etiquette. It's being a gentleman. Chivalry's dead. But Paul, I bought this for you. It's a spooning sweater. And I really expected more from you. I expected more from all of you, honestly. I'm new at this, and I don't feel welcome at all. So, just my 2 cents here.
May I butt in?
Go ahead, Paul.
Okay. If you want to get better at communications, I know a couple people that can help you speak out your feelings rather than waiting to the last minute. Because we could have all been cuddling together. We could have had 3 spoons lined up. No problems.
Are you telling me that I need help? Is
No, I'm
that
telling you that you could have just reached out at any time and
you
it wouldn't
calling
have been
me
a big problem.
neurotic?
No.
Narcissist?
No.
Paul?
I'm not saying
You're
that at all.
you're one to talk.
I can write down everything I just said for you. I swear I did not say any of those words.
I didn't come here. I didn't come here to be lectured by you, Paul. You
Not
won't even
lectured?
spoon me. This is not going anywhere.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, then.
All right, let
the
me
way I
let me
want it to
let me
go.
go over to Aiden. I haven't talked to Aiden yet. So Aiden, let's go back to the issue when you came in the room and fell over the nightstand, and then Brittany jumped out the window. Obviously, you have some feelings for Brittany. She says she doesn't want to have anything to do with you. So what's going on there?
So I went to get some water, and they keep taking all of my night lights out. They say I'm using way too much electricity, and I don't think it's a big dealio to have a bunch of Care Bears all over the hallway. For one, I think it's pretty. But anyways, it lights my path because obviously I keep falling down, and they think I'm trying to get attention, and it's not attention. I mean, can you call 911 because I feel like I'm gonna pass out. But anyways, I went into Brittany's room. I thought it was a kitchen. I fell on her bed. We rolled around a few times, and she might be pregnant.
It doesn't happen that way, but that's okay.
I don't. And then she jumped out the window. I said, "You don't look like a faucet." And then she freaked out and she jumped out the window. And I don't know what's going on. And my head hurts.
Okay.
I'm gonna lie down.
Yeah, go ahead and lie down in your
Okay.
blue room. So Michaela, oh my God. Michaela, so someone accused you of having sex without a condom with Karush. Is that true?
I thought someone else was doing that. That wasn't me. I wouldn't do that. I'm very thick,
I think
but
they mentioned you. Yeah.
yeah. Well, if I know anything, and from all the notebooks that I read from everyone, we all have our journals. Actually, the person that doesn't wear the condoms a lot is actually is Karush himself. He's just trying to switch up the game.
Interesting.
I feel like that.
Interesting. It's interesting that you know that, so that kind of tells me that you probably are having sex with him. Okay, so because you only know that if you are having sex with him, unless you spied on somebody having sex with him and realized that he didn't have a condom on, which would be really weird. Because I know Maddie
No, it's
kind
because
of
I read
likes
his journal. He wrote about
Karush.
it that way.
You what?
He had written in
Wanna
his
say that
journal,
again?
and I had read about it. How he doesn't, he likes to not wear condoms to potentially spread his seed to the house.
Okay.
Classic asshole, right? It's just weird that he wrote it in his journal. I think that's very cliche.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're going to come back in 30 days. We're going to let you all live with each other for 30 more days. Obviously, Karush had to leave the house. He's just really, we're going to kick somebody out, but since he's already left, he's going when we're kicking out. Obviously, he caused some problems in the house. And so he's gone. But in 30 days from now, we're going to come back and see who else is going to go. And then, of course, one of you is going to be our $100,000 winner if you're the last one in the house. So thanks for watching Reality House. We'll be back in 30 days to see how they're doing and if they're still alive. Well, obviously, he's not. Thank you for Reality House. Let's move on now to video dating. So I'll give them all a second to get into the character. So video dating is a game where because you can't actually date in person like Match.com or eHarmony where you actually go meet, we created a video dating service where they can actually date via video, kind of like Zooming or what we're doing with you right now on Whereby. And then when they feel safe, they can go meet each other whenever they want. We'll actually fly them from wherever they are in the world to meet each other and pay for a dinner and a night on the town so that they can each get to know each other a little bit better. So Michaela is going to be very spiritual, so she's going to get into character as someone who's very spiritual, Michaela. Maddie is going to be a debutante. Brittany is going to be a cultist. And our fourth date, Alex, is going to be goth. So while they're getting into character, let's bring out our bachelor today, Andrea. So Andrea, come on out. Let's get to know a little bit about you and maybe what you're looking for in a woman. We have 4 wonderful You probably might want to get rid of anger issues now because we know you're a nice fella. So Andrea, tell us what you're looking for in a woman. Oh, we can't hear you again. You've lost your audio again. You're muted, I think. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead. We hear you now. Yes, we hear you now.
So I'm looking for a simple woman, even a poor one, you know? As you can see, I'm a prince, and I'm really tired of money. I'm tired of power. I'm tired of anything posh. I'm tired of anything bright. So I lately, you know, live in the dark, write poetry, only watch romantic movies, Disney movies. Yeah, that's my little secret. And I want something very, very simple. Yeah, that's what I want.
Okay. Well, let's bring in our first bachelorette. This is going to be Michaela. Michaela is a very spiritual person, so let's bring her out right now. There she is. Hi there, Michaela. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I grew up in Colorado, love the mountains. I love to hike. I just think our world is so beautiful and we have to take care of it. I think that's our duty as humans, to support Mother Earth. So that's a really big part about what I do in my time. I'm also a yoga teacher. Namaste. I love teaching my students the art and the history of yoga. It's so cathartic to express yourself in a physical way. So I try to incorporate movement into my everyday life. It's very good for the soul. I'm all about spiritual enlightenment. This is my 3rd enlightenment in this lifetime. So I'm leveling up slowly but surely. And I would love to find my soulmate.
Okay, Andrea, you got 2 questions for Michaela.
That was really inspiring, I have to say. First, I'm really impressed. I wanted to ask, how come is it interesting to grow up in Colorado? I mean, is there any castle in Colorado, swimming pools, or, you know, big palaces? What can you do in Colorado? Isn't it boring? I'm curious.
No, Colorado has some really excellent national parks to visit. You can ski. We all, you know, of course, and people might say, because I'm part of the spiritual community, I partake in smoking some reefer, but that's what I did in my older days, or my younger days, sorry. But I'm now more on a straight path down to enlightenment. No, but there are no castles. It's a pretty urban, suburban kind of place with great places of an oasis.
Okay, a follow-up question?
Interesting. Yeah. So my other question is, so do you believe in destiny?
Oh, 100%. We all have a destiny that's laid out for us before we're even born. And so our journey in life is to discover what our destiny is and how we can give back to the community to accelerate and go into the next stage of life.
Well, thank you, Michaela. Your destiny right now is to minimize yourself and go in our green room, and
Thank
we'll be
you.
bringing you back out at the end, and I hope that you could be picked. Our second bachelorette is Maddie, and she's a debutante, so it's a completely different background. Let's bring her out right now. There she is. All right, so Maddie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, good evening, darling. My name is Catherine. I have inherited a long line of swimming pools and French bulldogs from my great uncle Edward. I have traveled far and wide to find the love of my life. I'm looking for someone to add to my, how do you say, je ne sais quoi. And I do, as you say, believe in destiny.
Andrea, 2 questions.
Wow, vous parlez français. You speak French. That's really impressive. And yeah, you're pretty elegant. But do you also love poor people like me?
I'm sorry.
Do you love poor people like me?
Poor
people. Yeah, poor people are very lovely and interesting.
I must say, darling, you must be the first, maybe. No, I'm sorry, the second poor person that I've met, and you're not as how you say, repulsive as I have heard them be. So compliments to you, love.
That's really that's lovely. So this is such a journey for me. So I look
too.
like a poor person to you. That's amazing already. Oh my God, thank you.
You're
Thank
really
you.
doing something to me.
That means a lot to me. So my second question is, what your favorite simplest food?
Oh, simple food.
Yes.
I do love a good escargot. Oh, it's just marvelous. Since I travel around too, I do acquire different tastes and accents occasionally as well. But I really do enjoy a Wiener Schnitzel. Delicious.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, well, thank you, Maddie. We actually do have some Wiener Schnitzel and escargot in the green room for you.
Oh,
We
danke.
put them together. So you're going to have kind of garlic flavored Wiener Schnitzel, okay?
Marvelous.
German and French together. All right, so our next one coming out is Brittany. She's a cultist. I don't know what kind of cult she's in, but we'll find out. Let's bring her out.
Hi, hello.
There she is. Hi, Brittany. Tell us a little bit about the cult you're in.
Well, I do take issue with the word cult. We feel that that's not really representative of our values or our goals. It's more of a tight-knit community. We support one another on this journey through life that can be full of ups and downs, and it's just a really loving space. I don't love the C word. I don't.
Okay. A lot of women don't like the C word. So, Andrea, do you have any questions for her?
Oh, interesting. It sounds so simple and humble. I love humble people. That's great. So I'm very interested in your cult. Is there any?
It's a group, a supportive group.
Oh, so thank you for correcting me. Yeah, thank you, because I'm a lot into meditation and new religions right now. So I wanted to ask you to share either a poetry or a chant, some simple, even just a verse, something very romantic that you want to share with me.
Absolutely. Well, one of the verses that we all chant together each morning, after we've handed over all of our monetary and worldly goods to our guide and leader, is we say something along the lines of, Brian knows all, and Brian knows best.
That's really moving. I already feel inspired. So my second question is, who's Brian?
Oh, well, Brian is the one that I'm hoping can guide you and me together on this journey. If you choose to come and be a part of our community and everything that we stand for, he's a wonderful, brilliant man, and I feel so blessed to have met him. I hope that you can as well.
Okay.
Well, maybe you will. We have Brian's actually waiting in the other room to handcuff Brittany once again to her chair before we let her come back out here. Thank you, Brittany. Okay, our last one coming out is Alex, and she's goth. So let's see what she's all about. Hi, Alex. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I live in Seattle, which is really amazing. I pretty much stay inside, which, with the rain, it really isn't out of the ordinary. And it's nice. We hardly see the sun, which I'm totally fine with. I grew up in Los Angeles and had to stay indoors even in the heat. So the dark and dreary of Seattle is perfection.
Wonderful. Okay, Andrea, do you have a couple questions?
Whoa, sorry. Give me a minute. I'm a little intimidated. I wanted to ask you. So you grew up in Los Angeles, you say, and so do you like going to Disneyland?
No, I stay indoors most of the time. I watch movies or I read poetry. I do my own poetry, but typically just to my cats.
You write poetry to your cats, mate. Can you share? Can you share something, please?
Sure.
Just picture that I'm your cat, please. Do it for me.
Dark is the night, like the fires below, but not like your fur. Oh, it calms me so.
Wow. Okay, well, Alex, you stay out here. Let's bring out the other three. You've got a big choice ahead, Andrea. You've got Michaela, who's very spiritual. You have the debutante, Maddie. You have Brittany. We can't say the C word, so let's just say the Brian lover. And Alex, the goth. There they all are. Now, who are you going to pick and why? And then we'll get closing comments from the ones you did not choose.
So difficult. So I'm not very used to this. I usually have someone else to choose for me. I love delegation, but okay. I'm willing to take full responsibility of my life.
Okay.
So I'm very intrigued by Brittany, but I'm not sure I'm ready for Brian. So I'd say that at least for now, it's now for Brian. So maybe for Brittany too. And I don't know. I'm very intrigued by the French speaking and the Deutsch speaking, but Mehdi, mon chéri, c'est pas pour moi maintenant. Not for now. I'm sorry. It's a little too much. I'm looking for something even more humble than escargot. I'm sorry. I have to do this. It's very... So... oh my God. I already feel enlightened when I look at Michaela. And yeah, I already do. It's a very difficult choice, but I'm sorry. I picture my mom, the queen, having a heart attack when I will introduce her, Alex. So I want her to be my next 37th wife.
Alex, okay. Well, it only took you about 4 hours to make that decision. You're a very indecisive prince.
It's very difficult.
That's okay. Brittany, any closing comments?
Well, I'm disappointed, I have to say, but I've been through this before. Some people are just very lost, and maybe it's not the right time for you to join Brian and myself and the others, but we'll be there. We'll be there waiting with open arms, open and supportive arms whenever you're ready.
Oh, we're going to say the B word now. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, bye-bye. All right. So now, Michaela, the spiritual lover, he didn't pick you. How do you feel?
Well, I would never want him to do something that he wasn't comfortable with. So I believe that this is going to be a great fresh start for him and Alex. And I'm burning some sage right now to clear the energy of any negativity between us.
Thank you.
So
Very
I'll be
spiritual,
okay.
lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for playing. Okay, so let's go back. Well, Brittany and Michaela, you can now minimize yourself and go get your parting gifts. Your parting gift, Brittany, is a ride with Brian back to the cult. Okay, Maddie, the debutante, I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. Do you have any closing comments?
I mean, I must say, I never really expected a pauper to like schnitzel, so can't say I'm surprised.
Okay, Maddie, well, thank you. We do have some schnitzel and escargot in the lobby for you. And Alex, you have now won. Alex, how do you feel?
I'm thrilled. I really appreciate the background. It seems like your place could be a good home for myself and my 3 cats. They would blend right in.
Your emotion is just unbelievable. Hey, thank you all for playing video dating. I hope we'll check back with you guys in a while and see how your video dating is going. And this is video dating. We're now going to move on to addictions. We have some people who've got addictions here. I'm going to have Shelly come in with Aiden and Paul. And if Karush is back, which I don't believe he is, each one of these guys has very strange addictions, and we're going to kind of talk to them about their addiction as well. So let's start off with Shelly. So Shelly, you like bees to sting you. Oh, unmute yourself, Shelly. The bees have muted you.
It's the bees. It's the bees. Sometimes, when you have that many sting you at one time, all of that buzz just comes up in your head, and it's wild. It's wild. The energy that comes from it. I typically like to stand under a hive and beat it with a broomstick. I really rile them up, get them super excited, and then I run, and then they chase, and they catch me every single time, and I just love it. And I also, it gives me this buzz, this excitement, but it's also very soothing at the same time. I mean, that kind of pain will make you pass out. And so I typically wake up very refreshed. I could have bees sting me all day long.
Now, from your profile here, it says that you once went into like a honeybee farm and you were in a bikini and you actually went into their hive. How did that feel?
That's right. That's right. It was actually a lavender farm, and you know how bees love lavender. The hive was massive, massive. I mean, it was like almost like a tunnel, Kent. And so I could really just dive in. I was in a bikini, so much like a dive into a pool, I just dove right into that hive. Delicious as well. Delicious. All that honey. And the bees were really, really pissed. So it was a magical experience. And the best news, I got stung by a queen. I know, normally.
Oh my golly.
Female, no, but this one, boy, she was mad. She's real mad. And so I swelled up, like a baseball, on my arm, and I had to journal about it. I had to call my friends. It was this unbelievable experience, and it made me just want to keep going over and over and over. I think I'm going to check out one. I think I'm going to a honeysuckle meadow soon.
Okay. Wow. Wonderful.
Mhm.
Well, thank you for spending the time on the show today with your addiction. I'm going to move over to Aiden. Aiden. So, Aiden, you're still wearing diapers?
First of all, how did you know about that? Anyways, that's not important, I guess. I am not a big boy yet, quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost there, but I'm not quite confident to, say I'm the big boy now. But just last night, don't tell anybody, especially you internet viewers. It's probably a billion of you. Don't tell anybody. I weed the bed last night. I tried really, really hard not to. Like, what I tend to do when I feel it coming on, I just go like I'm Han Solo and I'm frozen in carbonite, and then like a little drop, and then wow, I'm like a fireman, and I'm like, oh my God, mom, and she runs in here, and I'm like, I just peed the bed. And she's all, go to sleep, dear. And I'm like, well, how? Like, aren't you going to change my sheets and fluff my pillow and tuck me in? And it's, so don't tell anybody, please.
Well, let me ask you something, because this is just really weird. When you said you wed your bed, which, I mean, you went in your bed, obviously.
Yeah,
You weren't wearing your diaper? You weren't wearing your diaper? You don't wear your diaper to bed?
I want to try not to, but I should. I wear it all the time, like in day. Like I don't wear anything else. I just wear my diaper. I just walk around because if I'm wearing my diaper, I'm going to have that confidence. Like, yeah, I wear a diaper. What? I do get weird looks, throughout the day. But, I could kind of pass it out. Like I draw on it. I get a magic marker and I draw Adidas. So it kind of looks like some kind of rad, sparring Speedo or something, I'll draw all these sports names on it, like sponsorship from Gatorade, I'll color them different to try to, maybe pass it on.
What do your dates think when they find out when you want to take them home you're wearing a diaper?
What dates? Jeez.
Oh, I guess.
Last time I had a date, I can't even remember, but I know I got laughed at.
Last time you had a date, you shit in your pants, didn't you? Okay, that's what really happened.
Who told you?
I know.
Where are you getting this information? Is it on Wikipedia?
We know everything. I don't know. I'm seeing some gaseous stuff coming up behind you now. I got to move on.
I peed just now.
I don't want to make you cry more.
Thanks. I peed just now.
Paul, so you like to make out with your car, Paul?
Yes, I do.
No, that's not normal, Paul. Why would you want to make out with your car?
It's normal to me. When I first bought my car, it was the sexiest thing on the lot. So I went down to each one, felt the handles, checked out what's underneath the hood, even took a little gander at that gas pipe, baby. And I got a nice 72 Camaro that likes tongues, so I do it all the time. Nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think the car's non-gender? It's a Camaro. I mean, that's kind of a guy car, isn't it? So you're saying the Camaro's a female Camaro, or does it make any difference? It's just your car. A car's a car.
They're non-binary, so let's get the record straight with that too, sir. But sometimes we role play. Sometimes we like to switch, go back and forth. They'll be more dominant, and then I'll be in leather, and I'll have a chain wrapped to my neck to the hood of the car, and I'll have to scrub it. I'll scrub it good, but sometimes I'm the more dominant one, and I'm pushing down on the gas pedal and making sure that we're going fast, even when I push their limit a little bit, just a little bit. But we got a safe word. It's a so I know when to listen.
How did everybody feel when you brought your car to your senior prom?
Floored. I actually broke the doors down that night, and we blew the roof off that place. It was a beautiful time. Yeah, we were doing donuts in the dance floor on the last song. It was I'll Never Hold You Like I Held You by Whitney Houston. It was a B-side, but we loved it. And I keep a tape of it in the tape deck just for those long nights.
Wow. What's up with you and the exhaust pipe?
I knew you were going to ask that. And you ever look at something and realize that it's made for you? Because that's how I feel about that gas pipe. Mouth, feet, hands, sometimes the old peccaroonie. It's perfectly.
Okay, that's enough information.
Okay.
We don't want to think
that.
about your pecker going into the gas.
I was feeling
your
good.
exhaust
Sorry.
pipe, but wow. Okay, listen, all three of you, I appreciate you guys coming out here today. Y'all need some serious help. That's what I'm here for. I'm going to try and get Aiden out of the diaper. Paul, I'm going to get you to actually start dating real people. And Shelly, we're going to try and get you some lip gloss or something else, maybe collagen to make your lips fatter than the bee stinging you. Thank you all for playing with us today. We're moving on. And now we're going to play a game called Jump Cuts. So I'm going to bring Paul back out again, and Paul's going to come out with Brittany. And we're going to do 4 quick scenes based on the theme of dating. So these will be 4 different types of people dating. Okay, so it's not going to be, go ahead and make out your car off there, Paul. And the theme will be dating. And so the first scene will be started by Brittany. So they could be any age they want, and they could be dating. Or one could be the mom telling her son not to date. That's up to you guys. You could be any characters you want. Brittany will start the first scene. Paul will start the second. Brittany the third. Paul the fourth. And every time I say reset, that's when they'll start a brand new scene. So I'm going to minimize myself, and this is Jump Cuts. The theme is dating.
Hey, so were you thinking about like going to prom or like not going to prom? Like, where are you on prom?
I'll go only if we can go to the party after. Because then it's like, what's the point?
Okay, well, the point is that like we would be together at prom and we would, be making memories as boyfriend and girlfriend, which we've been for 11 and a half months.
Yeah, I get that. But can we make memories after prom?
I guess, yeah. I mean, if you want to go to Chad's party and get drunk and have have fights and just be crazy, then that's cool.
I'm gonna make memories so hard, I'm gonna forget about them. I'm gonna drink all night long.
Yeah, it kind of feels like you are. Yeah,
we're gonna have a blast.
Okay.
Reset. Paul starts this scene.
Okay, so didn't want to bring me anything for our anniversary. I got you flowers. You just thought I brought you flowers.
I remembered that.
Yeah.
And your gift is coming, but Amazon has delays right now.
I told you not to use Amazon.
Okay, well, you know what? It's too convenient, okay? And it can't be up to me to save the world. That's too much.
Well, who's it up to? Because it's up to me. That's how I feel. It's up to me to take care of you. It's up to me to make sure that there's enough water in the dog's bowl. It's up to me to even set this date. I made reservations for us. I'm glad you even showed up this time.
Well, yeah. I mean, where's the appreciation for me showing up? I'm really busy lately.
I let you know. A week before, and you should have it in your calendar with a year in advance. At least 1 year.
A year? We've been dating a year.
I know. So you should have it from that date.
You want me to remember? Okay, you know what?
You don't have to remember it. Technology does it for you. Just set a
You
reminder.
wanted me to put our 1 year anniversary in my phone on the night of our first date. That's what you wanted me to do?
Yes, I do. You didn't
Reset.
feel the same way that
Brittany starts this scene.
Honey, your father and I have been talking, and we are thinking that maybe Stephanie is not quite the right girl for you right now.
But she likes Pokemon. And she likes...
I know she likes Pokemon, and you like Pokemon.
Who am I going to watch anime with? You never want to watch with me, Mom.
I love watching anime with you.
No, you don't. You always ask, what's their name again? Who's that?
Well, they're kind of complicated names, and there are so many.
No, it's not. Arigato gozaimasu.
See, that just sounds crazy to me, honey. I don't know what to tell you, but I don't think that the solution for the anime and the Pokemon is to
Pokemon, Mom.
Okay.
Pokemon.
Right. Well, you're only 11 years old, and I don't think it's appropriate for you to be dating a freshman in high school.
But she's nice.
Reset.
And she likes...
Paul will start this.
Oh my God. Third date. This is it. This is when we do it.
Yes. This is when we say I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna wait to do that at the end of the night though. So
Oh my God, no, I just got so excited. Because I just feel like we have such a connection, you know?
No, we definitely do. We definitely do.
Yeah.
I just figured I'd be ready for that at the end of the night. I figured we'd have a couple drinks, stay a while, talk about childhood trauma and little memories that we used to have.
Oh.
Yeah, that L word though. That L word really. Third date, yeah.
I just feel it. I feel you. Do you not feel it? You seem so excited because it was our third date.
I feel something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he does. Jump cuts. Just like every man. It's the third date. I guess it's time to do the nasty, but she wants to love you, and that's just too much for you, isn't it, Paul? So you go out, sit in the green room, and go think about what you just did to this poor young woman who loves you. Thank you, Brittany. All right, now move on to ages. And I'm going to give them different ages, like 6, 16, 26. We'll go through about 5 different ages. And Michaela and Shelley are going to be neighborhood friends. Neighborhood friends who are now 6 years old. Let's see how they first met as neighborhood friends.
Hi.
Hi.
I like your dress.
Oh, thank you. It spins around and I can twirl in it. Do you like to twirl?
I love to twirl. It's my favorite hobby.
That's what I was thinking when I saw you. Yeah, that you were like, oh my gosh, you could totally twirl. Do you want to come back to my house? And we can, I have so many cool skirts for us to dress up and we can totally twirl.
Okay.
My mom said.
I'll have to ask my mom. Do you want any juice boxes? We also have juice boxes at my house and some oranges. I can bring those over and we can eat them and twirl and have a good old time.
I love juice boxes and I love oranges and I have some Rice Krispie treats at my house, but don't tell my mom because they're hidden and she doesn't know that I know where they are. She doesn't like me having sugar.
16 years old.
Oh my God. So I have to tell you something about cheer practice, right? So, Todd, he's in football. So he kept staring at me, twirling in my little skirt, practicing for the game this weekend, but he just could not keep his eyes off of me. And I thought you needed to know.
That's because twirling always attracts. And sometimes it attracts the right people and sometimes it doesn't. When I'm out there at the front of the parade twirling my baton, it draws people into me. And sometimes it's a little uncomfortable, especially these high school boys. Police.
I know. Ugh, they're so immature. I would way rather try to date a a college guy. Can you imagine?
Oh my goodness. It's so funny. You say
26
that.
years old.
So I've got this new job and I'm super duper excited about it. It's paying really, really well. I'm getting my own apartment. And the best part is that I'm twirling. I'm twirling for money.
You
I'm
have
twirling for money.
always wanted to do this. This has been your dream since we were 6.
I wrote down that goal so long ago. Do you remember? And it's like
What?
dreams are coming true now. They really
We're really getting old now.
Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness.
26 years old.
We're so
Oh
much
my
younger
God.
now. Oh my goodness.
What?
36 years old.
I'm a little tired.
I'm
Today's
I'm I'm also a little tired of living. Not like in a bad way. But I'm having a glass of wine every night.
oh,
Remember Todd from high school? Yeah,
the
he's
high
back in.
school kid?
Yeah,
Gosh.
he's like he used to be really like good looking in high school, but now he's like put on the beer belly and we're having a kid together, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So let me guess. You were twirling,
Yep, as always.
and one thing led to another, and that's really, oh gosh, Michaela, I already
Yeah.
have 4. You do not.
46 years old.
So how are the kids? They're getting ready to go into college, right?
They are. They're so big. They're so big. And the twins, I'm trying to get them really involved in band. And of course, I want Courtney to continue, her twirling. I suggested to Sophie that she could try maybe some dance classes. She has so much potential for the twirling, and I'm thinking that she might study something, maybe abroad.
Oh, she would do so good at that school in Paris. They have the best twirlers in the country. They win at the Olympics every year. I'm gonna reach out to my friend Betty from back in the day. I think she has a connection up there. And I think, she would do so good up there. That would be great.
66 years old.
How's retirement treating you?
It's not too bad. So I was just in the hospital last week.
Oh no.
I was twirling, just trying to recreate the good old days. Thought I still had it in me, but twirled, slipped on my shoelace, and just got the knee in, so it's got a metal hip now.
Oh, I can't do it without really stretching. Really stretching. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And my hands hurt trying to twirl the baton, my hands and my wrists, and just arthritis.
I was gonna say, have you seen your doctor about that? That's rough.
Yeah, I'm trying everything. I'm trying everything.
And that's Aegis. Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much. Aegis, it just goes to show you what everyone gets to look forward to. Arthritis and more doctors as they approach 66 years old. I have a very bleak future. Thank you very much for letting me know where I'm headed. And we're going to do a closing game. So thanks, ladies. You all know what order you're coming in now. We did this earlier. We're doing a radio podcast. Now, what I'd like to talk about is about people going back to work. Finally, people are starting to go back to work, and that's pretty exciting. But they all want to talk about the new Jungle Cruise movie and going to Disneyland so they can ride the new Jungle Cruise ride. They're obsessed with Jungle Cruise, the movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and then they want to go to the Disneyland to find the new, wonderful ride. And they have a new ride here. They're promoting it out here. but I want to talk about going back to work. So welcome to my podcast. My name's Kent, and I'm very excited to talk. Oh, good. I have Paul. Hello, Paul. Thanks for coming on the air. Paul, we want to talk about going back to work. Have you been able to get back out in the workplace?
Actually, I have. I was unemployment for about 6 months, got off of it, found a job, and then I kind of realized I want to work at Disney because you see that new Jungle Cruise movie thing that just came out with that ride? Yeah, I ended up quitting my job so I could apply there and land that. But do you have any advice? They're not really responding.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get on that ride for free.
Why don't you actually get on a plane and go out to Disneyland and wear a mask and get off my show, because I want to talk about getting jobs and getting out to work, and all you care about is actually the Jungle Cruise ride. It sounds
you shouldn't talk to your fans like that.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. Bye-bye. Okay, boy, the first caller, all he wants to talk about is Jungle Cruise. That's so strange. I want to talk about getting jobs, okay? So, Alex, good to see you. Alex, are you ready to go back into? Did you go back into the workforce? Have you found a job yet?
No, I'm still unemployed, but things, are hopefully looking up. I'm just been really excited lately because my favorite actor, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, has a new movie coming out. I'm sure you've heard of it, the new Jungle Cruise. Oh my gosh, how excited are you?
Okay. I'm not excited that you're talking about Jungle Cruise. The last caller talked, I don't know what this obsession is. Commercials are on TV. They're on 24 hours a day. We're not talking about Jungle Cruise. Why don't you go and tape it, the DVR it and just watch the commercial over and over again and go hang out with Dwayne Johnson. Okay, bye-bye, Alex. Bye-bye. Yeah, knock her off the air. Okay, bye. Punch her out. Okay, all right. Whew. All right, I got a few more callers here, and I'm hoping Brittany will want to talk about your job. Brittany, have you found a new job?
I actually, I've been able to keep my job throughout the entire crisis, and I just feel really, really grateful.
That's wonderful. What is that job?
I'm a film critic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's good, but a lot of films aren't out right now, though.
That's true. It did slow down for a bit, but they're starting to pick up, and I am pretty excited because this upcoming Friday, I mean, I'm sure you know, the Jungle Cruise movie is coming out, and I think it's going to be a 5-star situation. I just have a feeling, because what a stacked cast, honestly.
That's great. Well, I'm glad you have a job. I really don't want to talk about Jungle Cruise, okay? All right, so I'll look for your review. Thank you, Brittany. It's really great talking with you. Bye-bye now. Okay? Listen, I want a caller who's going to talk about something other than Jungle Cruise. Shelley, wonderful. Shelley, tell me, have you gone back into the workforce?
Thanks for having me, Kent. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I did have a question for you. Are there live crocodiles or alligators in the water at the Jungle Cruise? Because I was hoping to see some actual wildlife. I know they
Shelley,
have it in the movie.
Shelley, we're not talking about fake wild animals. They're fake animals, okay? This is all a joke. Disneyland is not what we're talking about, okay? So why don't you go and Google Jungle Cruise and get off my phone, okay? Just get off my podcast. Thank you, Shelley. Last time caller, I hope. Okay, let's see who the next caller. Andrea. Okay, Andrea, are you back in the workforce? And what job are you trying to get?
Thank you. That's a good question. I'm a teacher, and I am very happy that we're getting back to the old, the good old world. In presence, everything is better. Even though I have to say I'm gonna miss, the online teaching, because what I used to do was like going to Orlando and through my computer, I could teach just a few hours per day and run to Disneyland and get my Jungle, cruise. And while teaching, I could text like the nastiest thing to Vin Diesel, because Vin Diesel sucks. And
this is what's wrong with the teachers' unions today. You're the reason the teachers are giving us a problem, okay? We don't want the teachers being in Disneyland doing the Jungle Cruise. So okay. All right, get off there. Get off the air. Producers, click him out. Get him off my podcast. Okay, who's the next caller? God dang it. Oh,
Hello.
Michaela, this looks like a very smart woman. Okay, so have you got a job or are you looking for a job because people are getting out to work again?
I'm currently looking for a job. I would love to find something related to the outdoors, certain ecosystems. The one that really is exciting me, the Jungle Cruise featuring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I think that looks very good, and I would love to get involved into this.
Why don't you marry Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Why don't you go find him, okay? Then you won't have to go get a job, okay? Then you can go in his movies and ride on his cruise ships and hang out in your own little jungle and go to Los Angeles, which is a concrete jungle, and go hang out on all the cruise ships, okay? Get off my air. Get bye-bye. Will you people stop talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and the Jungle Cruise? Does anybody want to talk about working? This is why our society is going downhill. Who's next? Do I have somebody who's next on the air? Somebody want to come on? I don't know if Aiden. Okay, Aiden, that's wonderful. Okay. So Aiden, are you back in the workforce? Are you looking for a job?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm an actor. You know, I just got a job at the El Pollo Loco, you know, doing commercials. I dance around in the chicken suit. You know, it's pretty cool, but I wanted to keep the chicken suit, so I kind of got fired. But I'm really stoked because you know, I got a call back for Jungle Cruise 2. I could be the stunt man for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson because he's brown and I'm brown. I'm good at stunts. You know, the first movie is going to be like a badass success. So it's like, it's a win-win.
Yeah. It's a win-win. Yay, Jungle Cruise. Whoopee, whoopee. Get off the air. Get off my show. What's wrong with these people? Do I have anybody left who wants to talk about the jungle, anything other than Jungle Cruise? Have I gone through all my callers? Oh, good. Maddie. Wonderful. You don't look like you're working at all. You look like you're in a room with a coat on.
Oh, nah. I just got back from the movies. I work there now. They were hiring at the local cinema down the street.
Good.
And it's cold in there. They turn on the AC. It's like it's summer or something, you know? It's just hot everywhere.
Okay. Well, I'm really happy you got a job. Okay, this is good. Finally a good caller. What was the movie?
Something about a boat. It's like a boat, a bunch of people on it. There's like a bunch of animals. They're just like running around doing like supernatural mumbo jumbo. Paul, you know what? Who's my guy?
"The Rock" Johnson.
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti. Jungle Cruise. Get off! Get off the air! What's wrong with you people?
Paul Giamatti. Okay.
I don't want Paul Giamatti. I'm not talking about actors. I'm talking about you getting work. Do I have anybody left? I think I've covered everybody. Do I have any other callers left? No. Thank God. Okay, well, tomorrow we're going to talk about Jungle Cruise. So if everybody wants to call back about Jungle Cruise and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, that's going to be our theme tomorrow. And hopefully people will call then. You called a day early. Okay, I wish you people would read what the show is about. And ladies and gentlemen, speaking of shows, that's our 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time show. Let's give everybody a hand and come on back in the room, everybody. I'm not mad at any of you. That was all just a game we played and a really nice show. And Aiden's afraid to come back in. Come on, Aiden, get out of your diaper and come back in the room. Here he is. Aiden's still in his diaper. And okay, let's introduce our cast. Andrea.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching.
Brittany.
Good night, everyone.
Maddie.
Everyone go see Paul Giamatti's new movie, Jungle Cruise.
She wants to get me one more time. Alex.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching.
Michaela.
Thanks for watching.
Shelly.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Aiden.
Who is awesome? You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming.
And Paul.
Thank you for viewing from indoors and outdoors. Wear your masks, everybody.
And I'm Ken Scove. Thanks for watching, you guys. This team will be back in 4 weeks at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Team, follow them on our YouTube channel, LAC Comedy on YouTube.